It's a bit of video showing my 4G telephone setup I've done for my 746 telephones. I'm actually in the hotel at the moment in Geelong. I've just got this with me and it works perfectly with this phone. You see I'm in the hotel down in Geelong. What I've got here is my telephone 4G router. It's your regular 4G modem that works with this telephone, but you can get telephone and broadband versions of these as well. To get these to work with a rotary telephone like these do not accept pulse. What I've actually done, this box here is a pulse to tone converter. I had to do a bit of soldering in there because the screw stripped, so I couldn't get to stay in, so I just soldered it and then put a wire straight into that. That wire goes over to there so I can screw it in. I just modified it slightly. These are meant to hardwire onto the telephone cables, but it doesn't exactly say in the book you can use it as on one of these modes. What I've actually done is converted it to actually work with the line coming in from my modem here, going into that port, and it sends a telephone signal to two standard telephone jacks. And my RJ11 jumper cable from there to there. And I've got an Australian, let me get this right, 605 or 610 plug, I think it's called. And next, and then jump it across is the RJ11 cable. And then I've got some just standard telephone cable, copper stranded cable. This is just wired in, if I can get it off. There we go. Show you, it's just copper stranded cable, as you can see. I believe that's just be careful there. No, that's just some copper strands. But it's wired into the blue and red. I'm using green and red. I'm using the color code blue and white, 70s color code for our telephone wiring. But these motors are not cheap though, they're about 150 off eBay. I bought this one with a bonus many years ago, so I bought it to test out if it would work with my telephone system, and it does. You can set these up on a board like I've done, or if you wanted to set it up, I recommend set these up with a PABX unit because you need to get a decent PBX to work with these as well. Like I've got a Panasonic one at home, and I did spam it with this. And you connect the PBX into here, you can actually dial to 0 for an outside line. And it will actually give you, it will work like a telephone line, but it will be over 4G. So I'm going to do my new home when I move to my new place. I'm going to run, for a temporary measure, I'm going to run all my phones off 4G until we get the NBN connected up. Be about time I replace the cable. It goes out of my junction box as well, because it's starting to come off the line cord, as you can see the little RJ11 clip, but I'll do that when I get back to when I go down to Jaycar and buy some things. But this is actually original GPO box, just connected it up to make the phone work. This is an unconverted 746. I'll demonstrate the phone now. This is a 1968 phone. I put some tape over that to preserve the numbering because it's starting to rub off, so I just put some over that to zip it up and rub it off. It's got the dial tone. It's going to play the DTMF digits on the handset, so I'll have to speak over that so it doesn't play the tones into the camera's audio, so you don't get my mum's mobile number here when I dial this. It's your mum's mobile's over there. If I ring my number, it's going to do the United States ringing cadence on this though. That's the problem with these phones, they don't do the British ring, they do the United States ring. in with your telephone receiver. I'm getting a new mobile phone soon as well to replace that one because it's rubbish. Doesn't really work too well. But it works enough to get phone calls. But the thing is with these 4G routers, you can actually set this up anywhere you like, and you don't have to have a phone line coming in from the telephone exchange. You can actually have this up anywhere, and if anyone cuts your phone line, it doesn't disrupt this. It will run this in a power cut as well. I'm actually planning to build a solar panel system in the near future. We'll run this on solar with a secondary battery as well. This is have little recharge, so I'll pull this off. That's the power disconnect, as you can see. But the modem's still going. There's a little 12 volt battery guidance is for about an hour, but I'm actually going to get a bigger 12 volt battery with those 18 amp hour batteries. With a solar panel on the roof of my new home, and I'm going to run this off solar and battery, so you don't have that cut out. Because as long as that's running and the cell service is running, you can have this running all the time, it'll work. But that's just because I've got to work with a pulse. So if I put this straight into the modem, and we'll demonstrate this now for people before they ask me this. I'll plug straight into the thing. And I dial, this will not dial out. As you can hear, it's not set pulse dialing these modems. And it's clearly listed that in their thing. But what they didn't say was you could use a pulse tone converter. These are what I've done, is put a pulse tone converter in here. And then that links into those. All my phones are on the thing. But we now have a PBX into this pulse tone converter disconnected. Well, I will leave this on the board obviously, but I'll just put my PBX in straight here, so if the power goes out I can just put my phone straight into there and it'll work off this without having the PBX in line. But my PBX will just go in there and I'll have to jump up from this to the PBX and it'll work straight off the PBX unit with this. So when I dial the 0 on my PBX, it'll give me an outside line and kick to the box. You can put these antennas outside. Like I put my antenna outside because this is all it does is this antenna is my 4G signal. You can get cheaper versions on eBay, I've seen, but they don't work on the Australian cell service. The cheap ones, they work on 2G. You have to get the 4G or the 5G version. I believe they don't make these anymore in 5G. I believe they only make them in 4G. But they work brilliant for having a backup phone line like I did. I've had this on my Windows on my house for a couple, and I've had this in my bedroom hooked up as a backup phone, and it's worked 100% without any problems. The only problem I had is when my mum knocked out the power cable on this one, so I didn't know about it, and it cut the modem off by mistake. Because if you unplug this, it will run for about an hour and it'll cut off. So you've got to be careful when you unplug. But I've actually got another. When I bought this, the seller actually supplied it with a European style plug. And I've got it in my bag here anyway. When I bought it, I didn't use it. He supplied it with a European style plug like that on it, but doesn't work on our system. But at least he did a kind offer here. He actually sent this over to me as well, the adapter for the Australian system. Plugs into that. He wants me to plug into there, isn't it? Yeah. But that's my 4G telephone setup I have.